The National Statistics Office bears that as far back as 1985, the country had already reached its maximum sustainable yield for fishing. And now more than 90% of fish stocks are overexploited or depleted. Joining us to talk about this on Goodwill is Rare Philippines Vice President Rocky Sanchez Tirona, who is part of a group that's fighting to reverse this trend. First things first, Rocky, thanks for joining us. But talk me through what Rare Philippines is and how long it's been in the country.
Okay, so Rare is actually an international conservation organization. We've worked in over 50 countries on a range of issues related to the environment, and we really focus on behavior change because we think that this is the root of getting people to change their behaviors in order to help the environment.
When you say behavior change, that means educational campaigns?
We use different techniques like social marketing, for example. And here in the Philippines, we are really focused on fisheries, and we're targeting the 891 coastal municipalities. This is where 1.6 million of our fishers, small-scale fishers, actually work and depend on their livelihood. So here in the Philippines, we run a program called Fish Forever. It's funded by Bloomberg Philanthropies and USAID and the Global Environment Facility. And here we are trying to work with local conservation leaders on managing their municipal waters better.
Now, you've also been quite busy over the last few weeks with your involvement with the first Seafood Sustainable Week in the Philippines. Talk me through that.
Yeah, so this is the first ever Sustainable Seafood Week, and it's very exciting because it's a partnership of NGOs like Rare and other groups, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, seafood players like suppliers, and then a lot of the hotels and restaurants. Most of the top hotels have signed on and participated, and we've all come together to really try and build awareness and really start the momentum going for people to support more sustainable seafood choices.
At the heart of this program is an effort to try to get restaurants and hotels to source only sustainably fished produce. Yeah. How successful do you think you've been on that front?
Okay, well, we're at the very early stages, but if you think about it, if you need a fisher to change his behavior and do the right thing and fish the right size fish and the right species, for example, he needs better incentives, right? So therefore, linking them up to the right market, customers and chefs and hotels and restaurants that actually will support and provide incentives for better sourced fish is actually, I think, the way to go. Then it becomes worth it for them. There's a real benefit exchange. They feel like it's a real incentive that will drive the change.
Are you talking just about monetary incentives here?
I think it's a lot of different things. In our sites, we're hearing them get excited about, let's say, an added premium, but at the same time, they're also excited about the chance to be able to tell their story and actually be proud of all the work that they're doing in order to make their fisheries better.
Ultimately, though, this is a supply chain issue.
Yeah.
What do you think is the optimal system to get from fish to fork and, on the one hand, help fisher folk raise their incomes, at the same time preserve the ecosystem?
All right. So, in other countries, they're pretty far advanced in this segment, and in a lot of cases, consumers there don't even realize that they're eating sustainably sourced fish because there are criteria, requirements, there are rules that people comply with. But here, we're just starting. So one of the things we're doing this week is a workshop called From Fisher to Diner, and it's really trying to spell out the different legs in the supply chain and to see what people can do at every stage. So it's talking to the fishers to do the right documentation, which they never used to do. It's getting fishers to support that and actually share their premiums that are paid and make sure that the fishers are benefiting from it. And then the logistics side of it, having the seafood suppliers link up with these small-scale fisheries and actually provide the icing and the storage, for example, that's needed to take it to the consumer.
I guess at the end of the day, it is all about access and providing that ecosystem, that community of people who will support this program.
It's really linking up the markets with the
Thanks very much for your insights this morning, Rocky. We appreciate it. Still to come.